Hi there, lovely people. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. This is an extra episode I'm doing tonight. I thought I'll just do the two reviews and I'll upload it. I just want to give you some updates. Those who follow me, those who like me, those who believe in my work and always sending me good wishes and prayers. And I know that I cannot make everybody happy, but those who follow this channel, they like this kind of style, laid back style, simple old man style reviews. I welcome you back to the channel, and those who care, I'm going to do this episode for you, just giving you some updates. Some mishap happened, I'll give you what's happening with my life, because I like to share, because I'm human only. And sometimes, life doesn't get as smooth, life sometimes is a little bit tough. That's part of life. And right now I've been telling you, like, 1 week I was down with sickness and all that. Following that, I actually ran sort of like an emergency and a crisis. I didn't want to share it. I shared it in my Fragcomm Bangladesh page, but I feel you guys need to know. Sometimes I go missing 3 4 days. So for 3 days I sort of like ran into an emergency crisis. What happened was, I got this new phone. You guys see I'm reviewing with this new phone. I'll use the back camera one time and I'll show you the 8K video quality is much nicer than my previous phone. I used to review with another phone. Sorry about the mess in my room, by the way. I used to use A51. This is the camera that you always see me using. This phone I used to record the videos. And I used to have A52, which I sold off after buying the S32S. Was it S13? Man, I forget the models as well. I think S13 Ultra. Oh, man, anyway, you guys know the latest one. So I wanted to get like a proper camera and then mic. Then I thought, like, I don't like carrying like big. I have cameras like digital cam and all that, but buying a DSLR is the same price as the phone almost. And I could do that, but then carrying it's inconvenient, and I'm not really comfy with that. So I got the phone. So what happened with, after getting the phone, these new videos that I record, they have this certain format, or it's just a bit too advanced for my laptop, which is now 4 or 5 years old. So I couldn't play the videos. I could hear myself in the laptop, and but the videos were not playing. So I got concerned. I thought, what's wrong? Then I took my laptop to a shop to show, and they resolved nothing, and they sort of like changed my windows. And I'll just admit something that it will sound very stupid. Some of my friends told me, do not share this. People look at you like a laugh. It's okay. I'm a very simple person. At times, people are not the smartest. I'm not the smartest guy out there. So I sort of like, I don't remember any of my password, and always log in, automatic login and all that. And what they did, after formatting my C drive, I lost all my passwords. I could recover Facebook, but then my YouTube I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember my Gmail. I couldn't even remember the mail that was Gmail was connected to my YouTube. I couldn't remember, so I couldn't recover. There was a two-way of recovery. My God, I mean, 3 days I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I was so tensed, because this is my work and this is my everything. Like daily work. I am close to 100,000. I'm slowly approaching with my effort every day. So I wanted to see silver play button someday. Like it's my dream. And of course, I'll work after that. But in the process, I lost sort of hope, because I couldn't recover anyway, and I got locked out. And I asked for help for some of my friends, experts, and everybody tried their best to help me. But I was really beginning to panic. So it was not a very pleasant time for me. So I do apologize if I sound like silly and I don't know much. I'm a YouTuber. I do not know much. And nowadays I have my backup. I learned basic discipline. So yeah, that whole process sort of took me back and made me realize a lot of things. I got emotional. Just sharing with you, because I'm just, again, just human, right? Not just the reviewer with, yeah, man, I review every day, I do that, but I cannot think of, my life kind of stopped, when I couldn't do reviews. I felt like everything else was like kind of pointless. I became very frustrated. So after that, when I recovered, the channel, however I'm not going to discuss. I felt like I need to make some changes in my life. I'm becoming lazy. I'm not disciplined. So I'm trying to change a little bit, maybe some of my mistakes, spiritually, I'm making some mistakes. Maybe some people are, giving me cards, or they're not happy with me. So these things, I believe in dua. We call it dua. Dua means prayer. Some people, if they sort of give you an evil eye, I believe in that. So you cannot have always fans, right? Some people do not like you, who follow you. But some of my friends inbox me big mails, big messages, and they just said, I'm not going to say the name, but one of the persons, one of my friends said, I wish you all the best. I know what you go through, and it's not easy becoming, being a public figure, because you're out there, you're open to criticism. People sometimes are not fair to you. It's okay. But what I understood, I have to be tough enough to continue my work and keep it honest. some people benefited, some people will not like it. So you cannot make everybody happy. So I just want to discuss, just random. I took a lot of medication that kept me 1 week very weak. My sinus, everything, man. It's just the pollution is the worst in Bangladesh. Everywhere, construction, everywhere, dust, everywhere, there's smoke. We just don't have any future, like even if we get economically strong, people make money, but the living standards are pretty bad. So I think, it's all together, combinedly of people who don't understand, uneducated people, a lot of uneducated people, a lot of corrupt people. So together we are really working hard to take our country down. But, I decided, I will stay at home as much as possible, not try to go out. But to continue the work, sometimes I think I'm not going to buy that many fragrances because it creates pressure on me, financially. Sometimes my page is not doing so well. So it's like a synchronizing, my page, I have to sell decants, and then I have to buy some bottles, then I have to do reviews, and I have to respond to people. Sometimes people get frustrated. Why don't you respond to me? They don't understand that I'm not sitting at home doing nothing all day. I'm working continuously. I'm researching which fragrance to review next, what can I buy, or what fragrance idea I can do, because every day doing 2 3 videos is not easy. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing that I would like to share with you from my personal experience: every year I suffer from sickness. When you have cold, flu, and fever, do not use fragrances. If you already have a problem, it will itch, your nose, nostrils, and you cough more, and it will actually damage your system more. You will take longer to recover. Sometimes you think, my nose is blocked, I cannot smell, so you spray more and more. So some of the synthetic fragrances, some of the fragrances actually go through your system, but you will actually have injury inside. These are medical facts. So abstain from using fragrances, even if it's painful. For me, this is the worst. I'll tell you one thing: it's good or bad, I don't know. Fragrance are part of my life. I do fragrance all day, even if I stay at home, morning, afternoon, night, evening. I post. But when I couldn't smell stuff for 1 week and I was coughing, my nose, the whole system basically is very painful. Even strong stuff like this. This is called what? Vicks, right? I can smell it now. I can smell it. Ah, man, it's so good. But when I was not well, I couldn't smell anything. So even using that didn't help. And my mouth, everything was getting dry. I was a body ache, headache. So if you're not physically well, you won't be able to do anything. So recent times I talked to one of the brothers, and his name is Brother Shahid. He told me, first thing, brother, when you're not well, if you're not being able to recover your account, first thing is do not panic. Every problem has a solution. I have a tendency to, panic. I get panic attacks and I worry a lot. This comes from our family, and I want to share a lot of things, but not going to go in depth. But yeah, the my this crisis sort of taught me a few things. So the next thing I want to talk about is the current trend of fragrances. I don't know where it's going, but what I'm observing, fragrance prices are getting crazy. You feel one country is lucky than the other. No, some fragrances are cheaper in one country, but other fragrances are expensive. Other fragrances are difficult to get. Like some people tell us, why you pay so much for your designer niche perfume in your part of your world? I say because we have to pay a lot of taxes. We have to pay their profits, and then fragrance become basically double the price, from Europe, USA to here. But other flip side is the Middle Eastern fragrance, we can get them easily because we have authorized distributors. So what happened is we get within reasonable budget. Let's say we can get it for $45. The same fragrance sells for $100 in your area, like UK or Europe. So people find it crazy, like how come we're getting it for so cheap? So there's a flip side to every country, plus and minus. Some countries will get some advantage, some countries do not get. Some countries where people don't even know there's fragrances. Like I heard our good friend Thomas talk about it. I think in Greece, I think, yeah, or some of the countries like people are not really used to this fragrance culture. Many countries do not have any fragrance community or anything, but I think many countries nowadays we have, like I think Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India. It's a growing community. Dubai. So I feel fragrance is a big industry right now, big community. But I would suggest, my humble suggestion is, fragrance will go expensive. It's already expensive. Now my living costs are getting higher. I cannot charge more prices still to my customers. Like when I'm selling decants, my expenses rise, but I have to give discounts to my previous older price. And if you increase the price, nobody buys anything. Okay. So yeah, I do feel it's challenging, keeping everything in sync, like to be able to do well in your page. If you do not get support, one system gets interrupted, then other system also gets interrupted. It's like a chain. right? So right now, I still take my chances. I am a kind of a believer, like I believe in good things. I'm a positive thinker. I am like wishful thinking, I do that. Like I want to say, okay, last month wasn't good. Next month is going to be better. Perhaps I will invest. Let's say you see iconic, these fragrances, reviewing. I didn't need to buy them. They're expensive, $50 each, right? So $150, just like that for three fragrances. I ordered even one more, you know to create content because it's out of love. Many people are doing business, they don't have that much of option of cash or the time or patience. So for them, my suggestion would be make sure you buy only stuff that you love. Some fragrance you buy out of hype and they'll just not find any use, okay, for you. And you won't be able to even sell them for a good price. Let's say you bought it for $20. How much can you sell a used product for? And you feel like depressed, like $10 you want to sell your cologne. No. So make sure you buy something like you're gonna really like, and that you want that perfume. You don't actually need any fragrance. That's fragrance are not needs. These are something you want. These are luxurious stuff. These are luxury items, and you can live without fragrances. But I think currently Middle Eastern fragrances are doing so well. It's kind of like an option. Latafa, Afnan, Ajmal, Rasasi, Armaf. They give you a lot of option. And funny thing is, well, designer fragrances, not niche. Niche is already expensive, but designers are going to niche point. Some of the designers are picking a price like almost creep prices, and that's just crazy to think. Some Gucci fragrances, Versace, Bulgari is selling for $150. Men in Black at times, and you think of it, at some point we used to buy Creed fragrances in 2016 at that price point. So it's crazy, man. If you really need to get something, make sure you do your calculation, you do good judgment, okay? Buy pickup fragrances which make sense, you'll use it. Like I'll tell you, this fragrance may look dumb, like the iconic, and then these are like, perhaps people say, why you need another Bloody Chanel clone, why do you need another Baccarat Rouge clone? The price versus what they offer, the value is incredible. And these fragrances are becoming untouchables. You know why? Designer fragrances are not being able to provide that quality, longevity, or uniqueness, while the Middle Eastern fragrances give you beast mode longevity, amazing looking bottles, and prices are reasonable. So in that way, yes, the fragrance community is changing a little bit. So play your game very carefully. Do not invest in fragrances you think, oh, it's gonna sell. Let's get some 10 niche fragrances. You won't be able to sell, then you'll be stuck with your bottles and investment, right? So yeah, and then prioritize what you need to get first: education, food, rents, what you like to wear, shoes. So balance it out. It's easier said than done, but if unless you're a fragrance content creator, I am going all the way. I'm going all the way. I'll review everything and anything if I can find, but do not be like me, okay? Get samples, get smallest bottles, 30 mls, like 50 ml. Do not get 100 ml. A person, in a lifetime cannot finish a fragrance collection like this. I do business and I do review. That's why I collect, right? And I'm selling a lot of my perfumes. Why? Because I'm not using them. It's becoming a wastage of space, money, and no sales. So make some smart decisions. We have the perfume marketplace, I believe, in every country. Trade it off, get something that you would like to wear or collect, or just cash out, right? So everybody take care, and thank you so much for all your prayers. I remember, like, some guys, just one last thing, I'll then go. Sometimes I get messages like this. These are the best messages. You know why? It says, brother, this messages go like, Joy, I've been following you since your beginning, 2016. I saw this guy in Robes, like, Robes '08, or his, like Fragrance Guru Nation or Red Lessons groups. I used to post there, like when I was new. Not many people supported me. Some people were very kind, but some people were very, very obviously attacking when they say new flesh, And I came here all the way, of course, with my hard work and all that, but creating content. But also, if people didn't watch me, if they didn't comment or support me, I wouldn't be able to be here. So those people who say I knew you when you used to be like just 1,000 subscribers or a few hundreds, and right now thinking of it, when they're still here, this is the biggest blessing. So those who pray for me, this is the biggest. So sometimes you want to donate or help me financially. I don't need any of that. I mean, I could use help, but from my hard work only. I don't. Sometimes people say, "Why do you do this? Why do you do that?" I never take financial support from any company or any sellers. Nothing. I spend my own money to buy my perfumes, and this is my passion. I want to have control on my channel. Whatever I want to review, I want to give you my take. I don't want to say what people want me to say. Right? I don't promote stuff like for sellout purpose. Okay, so my point is here, and I don't mean to sound rude, but I would rather take your prayers. I would rather take your well wishes. And if you watch me and give me a like, that helps me. That like one of your likes, one of your views, and let me go a long way. Okay. So love you all. Thank you so much always for being here. I'll try to be better for those mistakes that I make sometimes, and I'll try to keep going. Okay. Take care. Thanks for all your support. Bye bye.